stopping a car one night at night. I approached the guy and asked him for his license and registration. And he goes, well, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm on the known terrorist watch list.
Come on.
He did. So I said, okay. And he was, you know. And about 2 months later, the FBI came to Albany PD and asked if Albany PD would assist them in doing the raid because this guy was trying to sell a surface-to-air missile.
Get out of town.
Yes. About 2 months later, I got to put the cuffs on him, and I said to him, I guess there was a good reason why you were on that list, isn't there?
Pat Fox, 36 years as a cop up in Albany, now working on the flip side, doing a lot of pro bono work in the Leo community, doing some non-pro bono work in the Leo community too. But brother, first of all, good selection, Tullamore Dew. Welcome to the Whiskey Wall. Let's chat a little bit about who you are and your background.
Well, grew up in Albany. I was an Albany police officer for 36 years, spending my last 19 years in our traffic safety division, doing everything from accident investigation, DWI enforcement, driver training, teaching in the academy, auto theft, insurance fraud, and working with the automatic license plate readers, which led to my next career.
Which is?
Which is I'm the National Sales Director for Secure Watch 24. We sell the AutoView license plate recognition system throughout the United States. We're sitting here in Connecticut, where Connecticut is one of our biggest customers. We have the Connecticut State Police that we sell to.
Awesome. So let's, you want to talk good day first or bad day?
Whatever you want.
Let's talk about a bad day on the job back in Albany.
You know what? I really can't say I had a bad day. I always used to joke when I talk to people, I really didn't like the job that much. I only did 36 years. But no, I really liked the job, enjoyed the job, gave it 150%, and had a great career doing it.
You know, let me ask you this, Pat. That's a very standard answer, right? Mm-hmm. A lot of guys come here and say, no, there were no bad days. But the truth is that working in law enforcement, you guys see a lot of stuff that nobody should ever have to see.
Oh, yes. You know, we had some bad accidents where, you know, a person was decapitated, another person burnt alive in a car, you know, where we had to come out and investigate the accidents. But the hardest things of anything where when you would investigate a really serious or fatal accident when I think there were young kids involved. That was hard.
We're finally starting to see more and more conversations happen at the national level about post-traumatic stress, the cumulative impact of policing over the years of the things that you guys see. What do you wish more people knew about the world of policing? Because I don't think people understand or can process what it is that you guys see every single day.
Well, you know, you see the good and the bad, but you know, most times when somebody calls us to a scene, it's because they have a problem, and you know, and we have to take action as a police officer, and most people don't like the action you have to take. So yeah, we're dealing with a lot of bad people. You don't get to deal with the good people as much as the bad people. If you stop somebody for speeding, you give them a ticket, you're their worst enemy now because you gave them a ticket.
So let's talk about a good day. I'm sure you've got a lot of memories of days that jump out as, you know, some of the fonder memories. Any in particular?
No, I mean, when I got really involved with the license plate readers as a police officer, it was great. You know, caught a bank robber with it, you know, caught lots of stolen cars, caught wanted people. I think one of the really cool things was stopping a car one night at night. I approached the guy and asked him for his license and registration. And he goes, well, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm on the known terrorist watch list.
Come on.
He did. So I said, okay. And he was, you know. So I did an investigation report on it. And about 2 months later, the FBI came to Albany PD and asked if Albany PD would assist them in doing the raid on the mosque in the city of Albany because this guy was trying to sell a surface-to-air missile.
Get out of town.
Yes. So when we went and did the raid about 2 months later, I got to put the cuffs on him, and I said to him, I guess there was a good reason why you were on that list, isn't there? And they wound up getting 15 years in prison for trying to sell a surface-to-air missile out of the mosque in Albany.
Unbelievable.
So that was one of the funny things that, you know, come about.
15 years, that's it?
Yeah, that's what they got, 15 years in federal prison.
So how difficult, because we hear this all the time. We've had, you know, hundreds of people on this show who have said, I will bust my butt to put bad guys away and then you have some judge who comes along and just gives them a slap on the wrist and sends them off.
Well, you know, you take pride in what you do, and you do the best job that you can. And I can really say that I was never really totally unhappy. I had one case that we worked really hard on, and we had the guy for first-degree burglary. Burglary in the first degree was from the fact that he hurt somebody during the burglary, hurt an older woman. And we went to trial, and they tore the woman apart on the stand. And they actually found him not guilty of burglary in the first degree on Thursday. Sunday morning, I get a call for a possible burglary in progress. I go running up the third floor. Coming out of the bedroom is this guy with his pants wrapped around his legs. He had just got done raping a woman.
Oh my God.
Same guy. So we're on the third floor, and I looked at him and I said, Anthony, either to me or that's the third floor window. There's no other place to go. And I got to arraign him the next day and asked a question to the news media. I hope the people on that jury were really happy they let him go on Thursday, because here on Sunday he's raping a woman again.
Unbelievable. Was he convicted?
Yes, at that time he was.
Oh. So let's talk a little bit about the positive side of things now.
Yep.
Let's talk about Blue Friday.
All right, so Blue Friday, we started 15 years ago. This is going to be our 15th anniversary. So back in Albany, back in 2004, 2005 area, we had 2 officers killed in the line of duty. One was Lieutenant John Finn, and about 2 months later, Eric Veteramo from Schenectady PD was killed. So almost a year later, WGNA, a radio station, reaches out and says, hey, we'd like to honor Lieutenant Finn again. And I said, great idea. They want to do something on a Friday and call it Blue Friday. I said, great idea, but no, we shouldn't just honor Lieutenant Finn. We should honor all officers killed in the line of duty, because Eric Veteramo died a couple months later. I said, but besides honoring officers killed in the line of duty, why don't we also honor those that are still working and serving? Thus, in fact, we came up with our logo, honoring those who protect and serve. So this year will be our 15th anniversary of Blue Friday. And what we do on our annual date for the last 14 years, and again this year on April 10th, the New York State Legislature declares Blue Friday statewide throughout New York State as a day of honoring police officers, both alive and who have been deceased. And then we have the last Friday of April is our fundraiser, where we have about 50 different police agencies get together at our 3 locations. The officers all come out in uniform. They put their lights on. We sell carnations, blue carnations that are donated by a local florist for the last 15 years at $5 a piece. We sell an annual T-shirt, and we raise money. And with that money, we take the family of the officers that are killed in that previous year to Washington, D.C. and assist with their expenses there as their loved one's name is put on the National Wall.
That's
so
incredible.
This year we'll be taking 2 New York State troopers' families and assisting with them. And both troopers died as a result of 9/11 disease during 9/11. They both died of cancer.
So it's been really encouraging to me from an outside perspective to see other area businesses jump on board. So for example, you have Metro Ford of Schenectady said,
Yep.
We're going to give $25 from every single car we
Yeah,
sell.
they were the first ones to do that this year. We had like an automotive sponsorship for we were doing a dinner this year, and one of the things we're doing different. We're doing the dinner for the 15th anniversary, but we're honoring 3 people that are going to be the law enforcement officer of the year, the sheriff of the year, and a correction officer of the year. So we're honoring them at the dinner. We're doing a program, and Metro Ford jumped on board and said for the month of April, for every car leased or sold, we'll donate $25 to Blue Friday.
That's awesome.
It's great.
So people who are watching who might want to help out, what can they do and how can they learn more?
Well, you can go to our website, which is bluefridayny.org. We actually have clothing online that we sell, and the money goes there. We have challenge coins. We have a rescue tool, which is like a knife with a seatbelt cutter and a glass break. Yeah. We have a 15th anniversary challenge coin this year. People can just make a regular donation because we are a 501c3. And if they're interested in coming to the dinner, the tickets are $75 a piece. There'll be a silent auction. There'll be regular auctions. There'll be a 50-50 drawing. And we'll be honoring the 3 major people that have been with us for all 15 years, which has been WGNA radio station, Frank Gallo Florist, and Saratoga Eagle. We'll also be honoring our platinum sponsors that are there and anybody else like that.
Awesome. Guys, go check out the website, support yet another spectacular cause. Brother, thank you for coming. Thank you for the work that
And
you've
check
been
us
doing.
out on Facebook. We're on Facebook, too.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for watching and
Thank
hitting the
you.
share button. God bless America.